Hello, welcome to part 3. In this part, I'm going to be showing you how to make your game Windows 8 compatible and also how to upload it to the Windows 8 store. So what we need to do is go back to our game layout and we need to insert all of our inputs. So double click anywhere in this window to get the insert new object window. Once you get that, scroll down here to where it says input and you'll see it has these 3 inputs. We're going to need to insert all of these. So first we insert the keyboard. We need the keyboard because our game uses the arrow keys on the keyboard to control this hero here. So open it again and go to mouse. We're going to need the mouse because in the main menu, when someone clicks the button here, play, so we're going to need that mouse. So double click again and insert the last of the inputs, which is touch. All Windows 8 store apps need to use a touch, so we need to insert that. One last thing that we need to insert is the platform specific Windows 8. So click that and insert. You have to wait a few seconds, but once it's done, go to your projects bar here, scroll down, go to Windows 8, click that, and you will see that in the properties here we have some options. We need to switch to test mode because according to this it says to be sure to set no when publishing. We are going to publish this, so we need to put a no. Once that is finished, what we need to do is actually make buttons for our touch to work, because you touch anywhere it's not going to do anything. So we need to make new sprites or control pad. It's going to look like a control pad. So create a new sprite and make it anywhere, and I'm going to draw an arrow. I'm going to use blue because it's already here. So the first one I'm going to put is the jump button or the up button. So I'm going to make an arrow that points up. So once you're finished, you can push X. You can also once again import any art that you want, but because I don't have any art, I'm just making it on my own. Here you can make it whatever size you also want. Hopefully large enough for a picture to press and for a finger to be able to push. So just put this anywhere you want. And here you can insert new sprites, and we can go here to go left. So we need a left arrow that we can just put anywhere. And try better. Oh, that's a bit better. Okay, so we use this one. I'm going to make it the same size, about 50 by 50 pixels. And this is going to be my left arrow. And I just need to create one more sprite. Create it anywhere. Just make it point toward the right. So I'm going to go this way. Go like this. And maybe put in one more. So that's a good right arrow. Sort of. I'm going to make the same size, 50 by 50 pixels. I'm going to put this here. Try to put them somewhere out of the way, but it has to be on the screen, so I'm going to put them all the way in the corner. And I put them like this because, as usual, when you play games, you want to use both hands. So. But you don't have to, you can put them wherever you want. So I'm going to rename these sprites. The up arrow, I'm going to call it up arrow. The left arrow, I'm going to call it left arrow. And my right arrow, I'm going to also call it, or I'm going to call it right arrow. So once I have that set, what I need to do is go to the event sheet for the game, which was event sheet 1. And I'm going to add events for when they are touched. So the first one I'm going to do is the up arrow. So when you add event, go to add event, and to open this screen, click here on up arrow, click next, and scroll down to where it says, or no, it's not that. It is actually touch. Go to touch, and you go here to is touching object. Maybe you can see it. It's here, and object is going to be up arrow. So if someone is touching the up arrow, then we need to do something. And what is that going to do is going to control the hero. So you go to add action and then hero. Then you scroll down to where it says platform. Here you look for where it says simulate control. And it will give you an option or a list of which controls. So the up arrow is jump. So we're going to select jump and then click done. We're going to have to do that for the other two arrows. So once again, on touch is touching object, and the object being the left arrow this time. And add a new action. The action is going to be hero. Scroll down here to simulate control, and we're going to move it left. So click done. And the last arrow is same thing. Add event, touch is touching object, the object being the right arrow. Click done. Add action, hero, simulate control, right. So click done. And now we are almost done. The last thing we need to do is go back to our menu, because we also need to add touch to this button. So go to event sheet 2, which was the menu layout. Go to add event, touch is touching object, and that object this time will be the OK button here. Done. And add action. System, go to layout, and that layout is going to be the game. Then you click done, and you can test it, but there is no real way to actually, unless you have touch on your screen, you won't be able to know if it actually works. But I'm going to test the buttons by clicking on them to see if they actually work. So click play, and if I push this button, he does jump, and also he moves right and he moves left, or he should move left. And now we have to do one last step, which is the actual exporting. So go here to file, go to export project, and once you get here, notice that there are many options. So if you don't want to do Windows 8, you can also do HTML5 for your website, or the arcade for Skira, or any of these other here, these mobile. But we're going to do Windows 8, so click Windows 8 and click next. And it's going to give you an option of where you want to save it. I'm just going to save it to my desktop. And once you're ready, just click export. So now we wait for it to be exported, and we're going to have to use Visual Studio in order to export it or upload it to the actual Windows 8 store. So that will be the final step. So here, now that it's done, just open the destination folder, and you will see that your game has been successfully exported. Alright, so now that we finished exporting, we can start uploading our app to the Windows 8 store. So what we're gonna have to do is actually log in first. I already logged in, but once you log into your development center, go to the dashboard, and inside the dashboard, go to submit an app, which is here. So once in here, go to app name, and we're gonna have to select the name. So here I'm going to choose this name. You can choose whatever you want, and just click here, reserve app name, and then save. After that, go to the second step, which is selling details. Click there and it'll take you to that screen. So in price tier, I'm going to select free, but you can charge as much as you want, I guess, if you want to charge people. And here in the markets area, you can select as many countries as you want, but just keep in mind that certain countries have certificates that you somehow need to acquire. So I'm just going to choose the United States. And here you can choose a release date, either a date or just release my app as soon as finishes. The next step here is pick a category. So mine is a game, so I'm going to go down to game, and after select the subcategory, I'm going to select arcade because it's sort of like an arcade game, and just leave this the same, and don't click this because we didn't have any accessibility. So just click save. Then we go to the third step, advanced features. Click there, and it'll take you to this screen. Here you can choose sort of offers, but I'm not going to put any offers as it's already free anyway. So I'm just going to click save. And now we can move on to the fourth step, which is age rating and rating certificates. So here you can choose 12 plus if you're using a game similar to the one we made. If you're not sure which age rating to select for your app, you can just use this one. And ours doesn't have any violence or nudity or anything like that, so just click 12 plus. If you choose something smaller like 3 plus or 7 plus, you might have to do more certificates, and they'll check to make sure it's actually made for children. Or here they also check for this if it's for older audience. So now we go down, and here are the places where you need to get a lot of certificates for several countries if you had chosen them in the last one, but since we didn't, we can just click save. And now step 5, cryptography. Click there, and it'll take you to that section. So does this app call, support, contain, or use cryptography or encryption? And click no because we didn't do anything like that. And confirm, click save. And then you can scroll down to do packages. So go ahead and click in packages, and you'll see that we actually need to upload a package. So we actually have to build the package, and to build the package we need to go back to where we were. So here, the exported file, go inside the exported file and look for the name of your game, and you'll see here Microsoft Visual Studio Solution, the one that has this picture here. Open that, and it's gonna open Visual Studio. So here in Visual Studios, what we need to do is upload our pictures. We need to have a certain amount of pictures, and our pictures here, we need at least 4 pictures. We need a store logo, which is 50 by 50 pixels. You need to have a smaller logo, which is 30 by 30 pixels, and an app logo, which is 150 by 150 pixels. And we also need a screenshot of your game and a splash screen, which displays your company title or your name. I just made these all in Paint, so they're kind of not exactly the best art, but really fast to make. Okay, so you just need these 5 pictures here. But inside of Visual Studios, what you need to do is go into the package.appx manifest. So open that, double click here, and we need to replace these default images with our images. See here it says app logo.png, which is not really anything, just an X. So we need to replace these. So we begin here with app logo, the 150 by 150. I have them on my desktop, so I'm just going to get them from there. So just replace them here by clicking on these 3 dots squares. And this one was the small logo, so I'm going to click this blue small logo and scroll down here to a splash screen, and I'm going to replace this default splash screen with my splash screen, which is here, splash screen, and just click yes if it has the same name. And now after that was all inside of application UI. So now you finish replacing the logo, the small logo, and the splash screen. And there's also one more logo you could put. You can put the white logo, but that is optional. I would suggest putting it, but I'm trying to save time here. So we just go here to packaging. Is the next place we need to go. So you see here where it has an X, it says publisher. We need to give it a certificate. So click choose a certificate, and then configure certificate, and then create test certificate. It's going to ask you this. Just click OK, and click OK again. And we need to replace this logo here. There's one more logo we need to do inside packaging. So click here, and we replace it with the 50 by 50 logo that we need to find. No, this is my 50 by 50. So there, it should be done. So now that we have everything set up, I'm gonna do one more check. Blue app logo, blue small logo here, and the splash screen. Gonna have my packaging here, blue store logo, and my certificate. So once that is done, go to project and scroll down to store, and inside store, go to create app package. And it's going to ask you to log in. So do you want to build packages to upload to Windows Store? Select yes, sign in, and you sign in using your username. And just sign in. So after that, it's going to retrieve the name that you reserved, or the list of names that which you have reserved. So I reserved this name, Jump for Your Life, and I'm going to click next. So just select the name that you want and click next. It's going to ask you something, just click create, just leave it as it is. So now it has been created, and you can click close. Normally you would do this if you made it yourself from C++ scratch, but we didn't, so we just used Skira, the construct 2. Since we use construct 2, that doesn't matter. You don't need to test it, just click close. And now we can go back to where we had our export, and you'll see that there's a new package here. It is called app packages. So just click app package, and you'll see this here. This demo, it's appx upload file. So just go back to where you were and drag this in here. And once you do that, you'll see it's uploading, and just wait for it to upload before clicking save. Okay, so now it's been uploaded, and we can click save. So now we can go down, and there are two more. There's a description and note to testers. So go to description and put a description of your game. You can put anything you want. I'm just gonna put a description. Or I don't know, let me try something else. Usually this will make the difference between whether your app gets in or not. It needs to be really descriptive. But I'm just going to try something simple. So that's sort of good enough, I guess. And I don't have any features, so I'm just gonna leave that. And here you need to add your screenshot. So go to add image and find your screenshot. Put it on my desktop, so I'm just going to put that. And you also need to add a description as to what's going on here. So just write something. So it's generic and it should work. And once you finish that, you can go here and add keywords such as platform, jumper, or whatever you want to put. These are just words that people can look for you by searching inside the Windows Store. So just the more words you choose, the better. I think there might be a limit here. Copyright and trademark info. Just go here and copy this, unless you have it already something more legal than this. But you can just put your name here. So now, copyright 2012 Eddie. My name is Eddie. And that's pretty much what you need. What else is there? You can put your website if you have a website. And here you can put a support contact info. You have to put something here, and it's going to put my email. And that's it. Click save. So one more thing left is Note to Tester. Now this is really important sometimes because your tester won't know what your app is supposed to do, but I'm just gonna save this and see if it gets through. It might or might not. It depends who you get, who's testing it. Sometimes they'll give you weird error messages and sometimes they'll get you through. But with everything that our app has, it should be able to get through. So I'm just gonna click save. You can put things if you want, if yours is more specific. And after that, just click submit for certification. So now, your app is being processed, or our app is being processed. So now you can see here, it might take about a week before they even tell me if it passed or not. So now we can go back to the dashboard. And that is it. You just wait until they email you and tell you if you made it or not. And if you failed, well, just look at the error message and you'll see what exactly they want. Alright, so thanks for watching. That was how to upload your app to the Windows 8 store. I have a few other apps that already made it in. They're all similar. You can find me. My name is Eddie A. Eddie on the Windows 8 store if you want to play these games.